With the sudden popularity of cryptocurrency comes a ton of interest in how to mine cryptocurrency. Pretty rational, but be wary of the software you install, particularly if you found it on some shady forums. For Tech Republic and ZDNet, I'm Dan Patterson with ZDNet's Danny Palmer. And it looks like, Danny, there is a rash of ransomware and malware that's being cloaked by cryptocurrency software. Am I right?
Yes, obviously cryptocurrency, Bitcoin in particular, is a big deal right now. It has been for the last few months, especially with how it was getting up to almost worth 20 grand in the run up to Christmas. Obviously, there's a bit of a hype train around it, and people are looking for either to buy Bitcoin or thinking, oh, what's the next big thing? What could I buy now for a very small amount that might be worth thousands of dollars in a few years? Criminals are obviously looking to exploit this, which is where this scam around something called Sprite coin has come from. It's been uncovered by researchers at Fortinet, who found it being advertised on forums online. The advert says, basically, are you looking for the next big thing? Try this, here's Sprite coin, download some here. There's no such cryptocurrency as Sprite coin. No one knows why it's got the name, but it seems that whoever's behind this campaign has completely made it up in order to carry out their malicious attack, which basically involves they are installing ransomware on your system. So instead of getting cryptocurrency, you're going to actually have to, well, you're going to lose money in order to pay to get your files back.
Yeah, so this is a new take on a fairly old tactic. Anyone who remembers the days of shareware and software distribution in the late 90s and early 2000s, often legitimate packages would come cloaked with a Trojan, or it would be, just as you're describing, a totally fake piece of software that is only a Trojan. In this case, it's ransomware, and ransomware that can spread. Danny, is there anything that people can do to protect themselves from attacks like this?
A good place to be would be not download strange files from strange forums offering some pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, because it's obviously, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is, which is definitely in this case, because as I mentioned, you will have to pay money in order to, well, not even get your files back, because once you paid your Monero ransom, which is quite interesting here, instead of using Bitcoin, the criminals are using Monero, and they're only asking for about $100, which is interesting considering ransomware last year was often asking for thousands of dollars to pay for files back. The criminals even say, hey, you can trust us, because if we didn't give you your files back, we wouldn't be in business. But they're criminals, so you can't trust them, because you don't get your files back in the first place. You pay them for nothing really, except more malware. Instead of, when they're saying they're giving you their key to unlock your files, all you're getting is additional malware. It's not been determined by the researchers what this is yet, but they suggest it's probably a Trojan or adware or another bad thing to mess with your computer system. So yeah, random things on the internet advertising cryptocurrency, you're probably best avoiding them.
ZDNet's Danny Palmer, there is a certain irony to paying cryptocurrency after being taken hostage by a cryptocurrency machine or hunting for cryptocurrency. All right, ZDNet's Danny Palmer writes about cybersecurity. You can find all of his great posts at ZDNet. While you're there, make sure you subscribe to our cybersecurity newsletter.